You couldn't talk to a man like Toomey about a petrol shortage. Do you know what he did? He took a couple of bottles of the hard stuff he brought back from his weekend in Connemara, poured it into the tank of the old hillman, and damn if it didn't run as far as the pub at the corner of Thomas Street.
Toomey's car will find its way there.
What are you having, Mike? The usual?
That's right, Jack. The usual.
When are you going to break out and have a jar?
When you lads tell a sober story.
Well, there's nothing funny about being sober. A man might as well be dead as dry.
Aye, but he plays about the game of 25, and that's what I'm going to do. C'era un'altra fa. No.
Attention, please. Arrival Aer Lingus Irish, Flight 104 from New York and London.
How'd you like Spain, then?
That was full of Spaniards.
Still, I hear they're a very romantic lot.
You must be joking. Bullfighting is all they're good for.
All passengers, please.
Welcome to
note
Ireland,
that
Mr. Horowitz.
baggage
Are you here on business of pleasure?
On a promise.
I beg your pardon?
Vacation.
Well, enjoy your stay.
What hotel, sir? No hotel. The, how do you call it, the Halfpenny Bridge. Oh, on the Liffey, sir, sure. That's the one. Do we go anywhere near the St. Anne's School for Girls?
Well, we could.
Yeah. Let's.
Well, Kathy?
Thank you very much, Mrs. Phillips.
Are you looking for someone?
Well, as a matter of fact,
Oh, the minute I seen you, I said he's looking for Mr. Concannon. Are you looking for Mr. Concannon?
Oh, no. From the police.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a man knocked down here last night.
I heard about that.
You didn't by any chance happen to see the accident, did you?
Sure, I couldn't, could I, when I live at the back? If anyone's seen that, it'd be Mr. Concannon in the first front.
Can I speak to him?
Sure, you can't, can you, when he's not here?
When will he be back?
A man that'd walk out in the middle of his tea might go anywhere, mightn't he? As odd as two left feet. That's what I told the foreign gentleman who came looking for him on Tuesday. But to leave in the middle of his tea.
Last night. What time was this?
He always took his tea at 7:45 on the dot. And he was only halfway through it, wasn't he?
So it would have been about 8 o'clock?
Come here till I show you the way he left the table. Will you just look at that?
He certainly seems to have left in a hurry.
Well, if he thinks I'm going to clear up after him. You know that man?
Mrs.
Miss Bell, please.
I want you to do something for me, Miss Bell. I want to bring you down to headquarters to look at some photographs.
And what sort of photographs might that be?
Well, it's possible we may have one of Mr. Concannon that you could identify for us. Would you mind coming?
Well, I don't often get asked out by a nice young man now, do I?
Goodbye, Mrs. Hickey. And thanks for calling.
After the 10 o'clock mass in the morning, then.
That's right. Do you want to go up straight away?
Listen, you don't know me.
I don't know half the people here.
I'm Dan Horowitz, Kathy's.
Oh, my God. We had no notion you were coming. How are you, Toll? I'm Davy O'Hara, Kathy's cousin. Won't you come in?
Thank you. Who's Michael McCauley?
Uncle Mike. He was knocked down last night. Bastard never even stopped except pour drink over him.
What do you mean?
Uncle Mike was a teetotaler.
Oh, man.
Aunt Mary?
I'm Dan, Mrs. McCauley.
Your hand?
Oh, little accident.
Did she suffer much?
No. Everything that could be done was done for her.
And at the end?
She had a priest, last rites, everything she asked for.
God knows. It's more than poor Mike got.
Yeah.
At least Mike was old enough to go. Poor Kathy.
So you're Mr. Horowitz, are you?
Dan.
Would you care for a drink? Oh, it's not against your religion, is it?
No, it's not.
Mary, we'll fetch Mr. Horowitz. Would you like anything in particular?
Bourbon will be fine.
Bourbon will be fine. Whiskey. Well, you've come a long way, haven't you?
Well, I promised Kathy I would.
It's a pity the two of you didn't come sooner.
We wanted to.
About 4 years married. It's a long time wanting. Mm.
Well, I just couldn't get away. And then she got sick. And it was too late.
Hmm. Well, where there's a will, there's a way, Mr. Horowitz.
There was no lack of will, Mr. McCauley.
I must say, Mr. Horowitz, you don't look like a policeman.
Well, Steve McQueen, I'm not.
I'm Liz O'Hara, Davy's sister. I suppose that makes us cousins.
I guess it does. Glad to meet you.
I'm sorry about your brother, Mr. McCormick. Hmm? Yes, he was a solitary sort of man. Not much given to company. But to die like that.
Ugly.
Yeah.
Terrible. Suppose a policeman gets used to it.
I don't know of any.
Tom, may I see you about some arrangements?
Yes, of course.
We have to see about getting 10 o'clock mass in the morning.
Oh, 10 o'clock, man.
Kathy wrote to me a lot about you.
Yeah, she wrote a lot of letters.
You made her very happy.
I loved her. But she never forgot her home. She missed it.
There you are. You better drink that up. They'll be saying the prayers soon.
Oh, if you don't want to stay for the prayers, Mr. Horowitz, I can... Dan. Yeah, if you don't want to stay, I can sneak you out.
No, I'd like to stay.
Would you?
Excuse me. We'd like to start the rosary now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Father, please.
Yes, thank you.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Thou, O Lord, wilt open my lips. Incline to my aid, O God. Glory be to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The five sorrowful mysteries, the first sorrowful mystery, the agony in the garden. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Now, nice strong cup for you, Miss Bell.
I hope you put 3 spoons in it.
It got my personal attention.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Miss Bell, I want you to look carefully at these pictures. We have 4 Concannons here.
Yes. Yes, that's Mr. Concannon. Oh, you'd know just to look at him that he was odd, wouldn't you?
Right then. Now, this foreign gentleman, the one who came looking for Mr. Concannon on Tuesday last, what was he like?
Well, he was big, wasn't he? He'd make 2 of the pair you put together. I didn't like the look of him at all.
Why was that?
Well, he smelled sort of foreign, didn't he?
Aye, well, you've been a great help, and I don't think we need to keep you any longer now, Miss Bell.
Oh, that's all, is it?
Yes, that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ignatius Rembrandt Concannon. Why the Rembrandt?
If they were giving out medals for counterfeiting, he'd get the gold.
Good, huh?
He was the best. 30 years ago, he had bank managers from here to Rome lying awake at night. Then we got him and we put him away in the Joy for a stretch.
How long has he been out?
3 or 4 years, and seemed to be going straight. He even got a bit religious, by all accounts.
Why did he take off so suddenly last night?
I think we'd better try and find the old villain. Get his picture out to all stations. There just might be some connection between him and that Macaulay death.
Well, how's our master artist this morning? Get plenty of rest, hearty breakfast?
You roast in hell. I won't cut one line for you. I'm straight as an arrow now. I've seen the light.
But can you live on light, old man? I'm gonna make you rich for the rest of your days. And you only have to do the faceplate.
Who did the other side?
For you in Naples.
Why didn't he finish?
Oh, they said his arthritis acted up on him or something.
I don't like it.
Oh, we waste time. Quiet. Look, everything's under my control here. We've worked well before, haven't we? You've seen the paper that they'll be using from Macau. It's the best. Look at the bench I fixed up for you. This can be your greatest work ever, Rembrandt.
They didn't have to run down that gentleman. He did them no harm.
Who's that?
We have to. He saw.
Now, wait a minute. Who said you had the right to make decisions?
He works now.
Did anyone see you do it?
No.
How do you know?
I know. Why?
No? No. You want arthritis too?
You've no choice, Kincannon. You better accept the offer without any more fuss.
You'll all roast in hell.
Everybody stay put today, understand? I'm going back into the city. You're sure no one saw you or the car?
I'm sure.
I was wondering, mate, what about when we was looking him up a week or so ago? That yappy old landlady. Remember her?
Anyway, the business part of the shop was, bring your father and mother round sometime and I'll marry you.
No, Dan, we're really happy you're on.
Just some joke over there.
You mean you were shot?
He was aiming for my head, but fortunately, he was nearsighted.
No wonder Kathy was worried about you.
Just a bit of order now, please. Excuse me. Thank you. Jack Hughes is just going to give us a few words now. Thank you, Jack.
I knew Mike McCauley for many a long year, and I think I can safely say we were good friends. We didn't always see eye to eye in everything, but we respected each other's opinions in the matter. I'll miss him, even if it was only to argue with him. God rest his soul.
And if they let him play 25 up there, may he always take his dealing trick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack.
Ah. Hello there.
Mr. Horowitz.
I want to say something, too. We had another loss a little while ago. It was too far away for us to gather like this. So I'd like you all to drink to Kathy McCauley. Or Kathy Horowitz, as she became, because she had the courage to leave home and make a new life for herself in America. And I'm glad to say that before she died, she had the good fortune to meet and marry a fine man. To Kathy and Dan.
Well, as you can see, Mr. Horowitz, we don't spend anything on an occasion like this. And we're not all that well off, but, well, we like to do what we can. And I hope you spared nothing in New York, either.
No, nothing. Tom, Father O'Donnell wants to have another drink with you.
Now I want to sing. Cún le chrí ná tar níos gíreacham, cún le chrí ná tar níos gíreacham, cún le chrí ná tar níos gíreacham, manim na psiacadir cún le. Who is that there that's tickling the toes of me? Who is that there that's tickling the knees of me? Who is that there that's tickling the thighs of me? It's only myself, says Coonla. That's all I can remember.
Just as well.
That's Gaelic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Thank you.
I think I'm beginning to feel the jet lag, so if you'll excuse me.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't go.
Things are just starting to warm up here. Hey, who's been signing your arm?
Oh, some of the guys back home.
He was shot, you know, David.
No kidding?
Mm.
Can I sign?
Be my guest.
And can I sign it too?
Sure.
Come on, Aunt Mary.
Hold steady. Tom.
Huh?
Come on over here and sign Dan's arm.
Oh, there's something better to do than that.
Hello, yeah?
Sorry for the delay, sir. Your call to Italy is ready now.
About time. Let's have it.
Our party is on the wire, operator. Would you ring through?
See, one moment, please. It's on a ship, so it takes something longer.
Hello? Dublin? One moment, please. I'll see if he's in. George, sweetheart, lover boy, honey bunny. It's Dublin. Do you want to take it?
Okay, I've got it. Judge Olin here.
Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Your man in Ireland, George. How are things?
All right. I didn't expect to hear from you until the item was ready. Anything wrong?
Oh, no, not really, but we had a little incident with a local. I must say I wasn't thrilled by the way that support you so kindly sent on handled it.
It wasn't clean?
It was too clean for my taste.
There's no such thing, my friend. Listen, this is one of our biggest numbers in a long time. You only have to worry about quality control and delivery. That's why we got you, Fitzy. You're the best. We'll worry about the rest. Got it?
Whatever you say, George.
About a week, you think?
About?
Okay, I'll be waiting for the word. So long, amigo.
What are you going to do now, George?
Hmm?
Well, I just had the most gorgeous bath, and...
But did you know the crew's been complaining there's no fresh water left over for them?
Oh, gee, George. I didn't mean to be selfish.
That's okay, pussycat. But I do have to make this phone call right now. Why don't you go for a swim instead? Hello, Mike? Yeah, boss. Check the international line. Try to get me the JT Corporation in New York.
Yes? Right, well, I'll certainly look after that for you. Bye-bye.
Neil Brady?
That's right.
Dan Horowitz from New York.
Yes?
Your brother Eddie asked me to give you this.
Eddie? It's the relic. Thanks. How is he?
Oh, he's fine. He thought you ought to have it, though, since he's retiring. Figured you could use some of his luck.
That's just like Eddie. I do appreciate it.
How long you been on the force?
Oh, just made detective last year.
Hey.
Do you work with Eddie?
Oh, yeah, yeah. What division is this?
Murder squad. When we have a murder.
Which isn't very often, thank God.
Oh, this is Inspector Delaney, Dan Horowitz.
Dan Horowitz, Lieutenant.
All right.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Hello, Delaney. Oh, yes, super. Yeah, how are you? No, nothing further about the Macaulay death.
Did he say Macaulay?
Yeah, hit and run. Well, did you know?
Well, I helped bury Mike Macaulay yesterday. It was sort of a relative.
There was a dirty thing. There was an attempted cover-up.
Any leads?
Well, we're looking for an old lag who may be connected with it. I'm just going through some of his stuff. May I?
Yeah, sure.
Counterfeiter?
You're right.
Hey, that's very quick of you.
Well, I've handled this paper before. It's not for any bathtub operations, I don't tell you.
You didn't travel all the way from New York just to deliver a relic.
No, I had some family business to take care of.
Ah. Well, you'll certainly have to have a drink with me later.
My pleasure.
Why don't you slip out for lunch now, Neil? I'll be hanging on here for a while yet.
Right, Inspector. I'll check on some of Concannon's old addresses before I come back. Do you care to join me on the rounds, Dan?
Sure, why not? Nothing like a busman's holiday.
Nothing there either. Concannon was laid off 3 months ago. They've no idea where he went after.
I suppose you come to support.
Yeah, nothing.
You mind if we go over there? I want to see where McCauley board.
Why not? It's the only case I'm on. He was about there. Head, feet. His umbrella was over there by the wall.
How far away was the umbrella?
Over at the wall. What was it, 15 feet?
Well, either he was hit an awful rap or moved from one place to another because...
What the name of God are you doing?
The feet...
It's Miss Bells. Come on.
Let's get the hell out of here. Oh! Hi, you son of... Oh!
He's a bloody madman. Are you all right, kid?
Yeah.
Lady, will you stop already? We are the police.
Did you get the license number?
No.
Blasters!
Relax, kid. That animal's a pro. I guarantee you that car was stolen. He'll just dump it and get another one.
What do we do now?
Get somebody over to the old lady's apartment before she screws up the evidence.
Right.
Bloody marvelous, Rembrandt. This could be your finest hour. If you keep going at this rate, we might even finish ahead of schedule.
You
If anything, you've improved with age, old boy.
Keep it up, and I think we can demand a bonus for you.
I wonder would Father McCarthy accept it as a sort of penance for the sin I've committed?
Well, I'd rather you didn't tell him, at least till I've gone away to that villa I've lined up in the sunny south.
Oh. It's a big market you're planning, eh?
It's going to be the year of the £10 note, George says. Common market and all, I suppose. Well, that's his problem. All we have to do is deliver the product.
Where's Tony? What does that mean?
He had accident. He's dead.
What the hell are you saying? He was my best man.
You don't worry, huh? I know my job.
I'm going into Dublin to pick up my things. I better move in here so I can watch everyone every second. You call that food? Spoiled garbage.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm looking for Miss O'Hara. Hi. Hello. I hope I'm not too early.
No, you're right on time. I won't be jiffy.
What is it you do here?
I dig into the past.
Oh, well, I do a lot of that too, you know.
Yeah, but I expect you don't go back as far as we do. Would you be interested in 12th century Celtic law by any chance?
What does it pay?
Barely a living wage.
I'll think about it. Though I do see some advantages. By the way, thanks for taking time with us.
I know what it's like to be on your own in a strange country. What do you want to do?
You're the boss.
You're the guest. The guest is always right.
Okay, then let's play it by ear.
All right. Hey, I've just noticed your cast is gone.
You'd make a lousy cop.
Yeah, but what happened?
It's time for it to come on.
Did you mind getting shot at?
I mind.
It's such a funny way to spend your life.
Just amusing.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I know. But it's how I can usually avoid answering that question. I don't really know myself why. I guess I'm just drawn to people who have problems or need help. For me.
Have you noticed anything yet?
What do you mean?
Well, that Dublin is really only a big village. I mean, you can't stand on a street corner without meeting a dozen neighbors.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. There's some things we could do without.
Like what?
Herself, for instance. The Irish mother at 10 never has anything left out of the housekeeping to buy herself a present. But you can be sure her husband has enough to take himself to the boozer every night of the week.
We have the same thing in the States, Liz.
Yeah, but you have wives who work themselves into the ground for the men and get nothing in return.
Mm-hmm.
And they must have been Irish exports.
Is that why you haven't married?
Don't start psychoanalyzing me, Mr. Horowitz. I never got married because nobody ever asked me.
Oh, no, I can't believe that.
No, you weren't meant to. Oh, look over there, over there. Couple of Mother Ireland's finest sons. I ask you, Dan, 10 children by one of them. Not for me. I like ducks, I really do. They managed to combine a relative friendliness with an absolute independence.
I don't quite follow you.
Well, they'll eat your bread, but they won't lick your hand.
That's good. I like that.
And I'll put it in my manual for single girls. See, Kathy was different from you, Dan. Whatever it is I want it here. I love this damn country. That's why I stayed, took a degree here. So I wanted to make something for myself, but I wanted to make it here.
Miss O'Hara, I take my hat off.
Good afternoon.
How do you do?
We'd like to see one of the Danny Gold hats in the window, please.
Yes. Would this now be for madam or gentleman?
Oh, for him.
Me.
Yes, well, if you don't mind me saying so, that sort of hat is not for gentlemen.
Oh?
It's the one we want.
No, madam, with all respect. You see, it has to do with the configuration of the cranium. Gentleman's cranium has the wrong sort of configuration.
Look, I just want a hat, not an autopsy. 7 1/8.
I wouldn't sell it to you, gentlemen. Now, here's the sort of hat that suits the gentleman's configuration perfectly.
Oh, we'd like to try on that tweed one, please.
Let me explain, madam. With gentleman's permission. Notice the configuration here and here. It's what we call in the trade a lateral spread. Not for that hat. Now, if we direct our attention this way...
Can I just try that one on?
But if gentlemen will only consider...
The tweed, please. Huh?
Exactly right. And a scarf to go with it. There we are. Super.
We'll take it.
Excuse me. He's going to look a proper Charlie in that get-up.
Is he now? That settles your configuration for all time. I better go.
I'll get you here.
No, I'll get a bus.
So thanks for the tour, the hat, and the laughs. First time in a long time.
I hope we have a lot more while you're here. It was a lovely day, Dan.
Thank you.
Dan? Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's all right. Liz O'Hara, Neil Brady.
How do you do?
Hello.
Take the lady to the National Library. See you soon, Liz.
Bye.
You Americans really move fast. Bloody remarkable.
Oh, well, it's just that beautiful women prefer experienced men, me by.
Oh, yeah? Look, would you mind coming down to the castle? The inspector would like to see you urgently.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
Maybe he'd better tell you. That's new, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Like it?
Put a dry pipe under it and you could sell a cow.
Whatever that means, watch your tongue, Sergeant. That's the guy.
I couldn't be positive since my vision was limited.
With the prints we sent Interpol, they were finally able to fit the bits and pieces together and identify him as one Joseph Cusack.
Cusack? So that's Cusack.
We thought you'd be a little surprised.
Yeah. I was tailing him. Hell, all the homicide was after him for 6 months last year. We heard they smuggled him into the States, and he made 2 hits that we know of. But we never got a visual, much less any prints on him. Just that name.
Well, he's here now. Believed to be of Yugoslav extraction. Raised in Corsica, speaks French, Italian, little English. Employed for past 10 years exclusively by the Marseille Salerno Sindicato.
It's a delicate way of putting it.
Well, what do you say, Lieutenant Horowitz?
I'd say you better pick him up pretty quick.
Well, we know that, but would you work with us? What I mean is the entire Republic of Ireland has no more than 20 murders a year. You could be immensely helpful to us.
Where do you have the least passport control coming into this country?
Rosslare, I suppose. The ferry comes direct from Le Havre.
How far is that from here?
100 miles.
It's a good thing to keep in mind.
Well, we already sent Rosslare copies of the picture, and we asked control there to keep a lookout.
Good. Now, have you checked the engravers for any recent activity?
Well, we were just getting round to it, actually. We didn't realize.
I understand. Gentlemen, shall we move it out?
Well, now it doesn't look very encouraging, does it?
Can't win them all, Inspector.
No, we can't. But the longer that killer remains in the country, the more upset I get. Follow that red jag. Did you see whose it is?
No, sir, I'm afraid I didn't.
Fitzy Fitzsimons, I'll take the book on it. I don't get too close. I'd like to see what the devil is up to. We might be in for a bit of luck after all.
I thought he was operating in London.
Exactly. What's he doing over here now, huh? Shrewd operator. Been pulled in on a couple of big capers, but we never could convict him. Slippery as a pint glass he is.
Wasn't one of them with some German counterfeit marks?
Ah, sharp memory you have, Sergeant. Huh. Be careful. He's stopping at the Shelburne. See where he's registered and come right back.
Right.
We better keep back a bit in case he's forgotten something.
He never stopped. He went straight through out the back. There was no way I could catch him.
Oh, blasted. How did he ever spot us? He's probably halfway to Grafton Street by now.
I think we got lucky, Inspector.
How's that?
Well, you got nothing on Fitzy, but he spots us and he leaves his bags and a jag behind without even a second thought, right?
Yeah?
I think maybe we hit the jackpot. Cusack, Kincannon, and now Fitzy. That's a hell of a parlay we got going.
Right, then. Well, what next, Lieutenant?
Some more luck. Let's go.
Easy, man. It's me.
Jesus.
How come I don't have a car?
Oh, tell me about it. Bleeding cops everywhere these days, even in Dublin. I lost 2,000 quid just like that.
Hey, maybe they follow you here.
Oh, what do you take me for? Ha ha. Hey, how we doing? Promised all in a week, but the heat is really on.
May the Lord forgive me, but I'll not let you down.
That's the spirit. You know, you were foolish ever to stop working. You've got the magic touch.
That I have.
Well, lads, it looks like you'll soon be on your way home, wherever that may be. Now, which of my digs for the night? The things a man'll do for money.
George, you really should take a swim. The water is beautiful, and you could use a little sun, you know?
I certainly could, but we're flying to Dublin tomorrow for a couple of days.
Dublin? Isn't it freezing there?
Well, try this on for size. It ought to keep your little body happy and healthy.
George, it's gorgeous. Ooh, thank you. Is it real?
I beg your pardon. You've only got to carry these things through customs one way, pussycat. We'll fill it up. We'll keep you warm and cozy, and no Irish cop would dare frisk you.
George, how much money is that?
£100,000. Fits his cut when he delivers the goods. And this is what you'll carry it in when we make the exchange.
Me? Do I really have to go on this trip, George?
Well, let me put it this way. Our cut from Salerno should be at least $1 million. Don't worry about a thing, pussycat. Listen, why don't you go and take a bath? Huh?
Now, Tom, be polite to him. What do you think I'm about, Millicent? Of course I'd be polite to him.
They're inside.
Hello, Dan. You're very welcome.
Thank you for asking. Oh, a little something.
Dan, you shouldn't.
My pleasure.
Hello there.
Mr. McCauley?
Look, I just wanted to say that they tell me you're working on with the guards, trying to find the fellow that killed Michael. Well, we appreciate that. Will you have a drink, Dan?
Are you sure, Dan? There's plenty.
No, thanks. I'm way over my fighting weight already.
It'll only go to waste.
But you've got to understand, Uncle Tom, those days and that sort of thinking are gone forever.
Now, what are you going to put in his place? Long hair, no religion, drink and drugs everywhere. It's even here with the kids in Dublin.
And who do you think showed them how to drink?
Who's ready for more tea?
You see, people just want to turn everything upside down.
No, not everything. And so much needs doing away with. Don't you agree with me, Dan?
Well, I don't think we have much choice.
Change for the sake of change, and nothing for the better.
No, I don't think so. And there's a lot of things that I personally go along with.
Oh, well, I don't see that at all. No, all I can see is a lot of tomfoolery. It's getting us nowhere very quickly. I mean, take you, for example.
What about me?
Let me heat that up for you.
Well, Uncle, what about me?
Well, it's no life for a woman, spending all her time, thousands of years in the past, and studying things that don't matter a damn anymore.
It happens they matter a great deal, and it also happens to be what I enjoy doing.
You know, they get some very funny notions into their head. You know, you'd be far better off.
Yeah, how? Tell me.
Well, you'd be far better off getting married and rearing a family. That's what.
I'll get married if and when I want to. And I'll raise a family if and when I want to. But I won't do either simply because a woman is expected to.
Maybe you'd prefer coffee, Dan.
No, tea is fine.
It's about time the men in Ireland realize something. That a woman has more to offer the community than merely the use of her body when a man feels like dipping his wick.
Liz.
Well, that's the kind of language you can expect to hear from the youngsters nowadays.
It's not what you'd like to hear, but it's what you're going to hear. The world is wagging along, and nothing's going to stop it. And either we wag with it and try to steer it, or we fall off and disappear into the mud. Stay where you are, Auntie Mary. I'll get it.
Well, did you hear all that? Did you?
Your niece is a fine girl, Tom.
Oh,
You ought to be proud of her.
proud. Yes, well, I suppose I am.
Dan, it's Mr. Brady for you.
Sorry for barging in like this.
Oh, nonsense. This is Mrs. McCauley.
Hello.
Yes, we met before at the inquest.
Yes, indeed.
Cup of tea, Mr. Brady.
No, thank you.
Excuse me. You'll excuse it.
My apologies again.
Maybe then I could drink. I think I'd like one on the surface.
Oh, I'll get it.
Things are beginning to move fast. We've just heard from Interpol that a character called George Owen would... You know?
Oh, that's a big one.
He's flying into Dublin tomorrow with his lady friend. And from our information, Fitzy worked with him a couple of years back.
So Olin could tie in with the whole schmier.
That's what the inspector thinks.
I agree.
Obviously, we'd have to put a close tail on him.
Oh, you can spot a tail.
How about an American tourist? Well, that is, the inspector was wondering if you'd,
He can smell cop.
Suppose you had a wife with you. He could give you a bodyguard, policewoman.
2 cops?
Could he smell an anthropologist? Why not?
Oh, no, Liz. No, no.
No way. No way.
Aer Lingus Flight 201 from Rome, now arriving at gate 14.
Let's go, love.
George, I don't like to complain, but, you know what was poking me in my you-know-where.
We are almost at the hotel, Pussycat. Hang in there. And remember, keep your eyes open and your mouth closed. There won't be a move we make the cops won't know about. And don't go wandering off somewhere with the natives, huh?
Why would anybody even care if we're in Ireland, of all places?
Without even looking, I bet there is a make-up trading us right now.
Oh, sweetheart, you're just too suspicious. George, are you always right?
You better believe it. Especially when it comes to the law.
Here we go.
Right.
Mr. Horowitz?
Yes?
How many nights will you be staying?
Oh, the missus and I will be here tonight and maybe one more.
Will you fill this in, please? Yes, sir?
Mr. and Mrs. George Olin.
Oh, yes, we're expecting you, sir. Suite 605, I believe.
Do you think he knows?
Oh, he'll kind of suspect.
Suppose it's written all over me. Takes a lot of getting used to, doesn't it?
What's that?
Being married.
Oh, I wouldn't know. We've been married so long that I've forgotten.
Lucky you. I've been a bundle of nerves since we left Cork.
Where's Cork?
It's where I come from. It's where we were married this morning.
Then you're on your honeymoon.
Yeah. But don't tell anyone.
Oh, George, isn't that nice? They're on their honeymoon.
Glad to hear it.
Room 604, Mr. Horowitz.
Look, we're in 605.
Oh, next door neighbors.
Isn't that nice, George? The Horowitzes are right next door. This is George, and I'm Candy.
Oh, Liz and Dan.
Hi.
How do you do?
How are you? Insurance, New Jersey.
That's so. How interesting.
Well, we'll see you around, shall we?
See
honey?
you.
Goodbye. Bye.
I told you to watch yourself with strangers, didn't I?
Oh, but George, they're newlyweds.
She may be. But that joker's been through the hoops before.
Paging Mr. How am I doing?
Out of sight.
And the accent?
You had me convinced.
Did you see her coat? Fantastic.
Well, he's got a reputation of being very good to his friends.
Why don't you buy me one like that?
You haven't earned it yet.
I bet she has.
Say that again? Botanical Gardens, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Sounds good. And the steeplechase the day after. Right?
Oh, hi. Come on in.
No, I think it's a good idea.
I'm sorry for bothering you like this, but you're from America, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Well, you see, we're going there to live. And I was wondering, well, what's it like? It's big. Oh, no, I don't mean that. I mean, what's it like being a wife over there?
Oh, were you worried, Liz?
Well...
Oh, come on in and sit down.
Oh, no, I couldn't, Mrs. Olin.
Call me Candy. Oh, come on, sit down now. You know, we girls have to stick together or else they'll walk all over us. Gee, I envy you going back to the States.
Don't you live there?
Oh, no, they won't let...
All right, all right.
George doesn't like it there anymore.
The politics, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yes, you might say that.
Bye.
George! Look, it's the lady next door.
Liz O'Hara.
O'Hara?
Oh, I mean Horowitz. I'll never get used to it.
Excuse me, I was one. Oh, I thought I might find you here. I'm sorry to barge in like this, Owen. Honey, I'm gonna call room service. Is there something special you'd like? A salad or...
What's the big rush? Come on in and have a drink.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
It's a nice place. It's about 10 times better than ours, isn't it, Dan?
What would you like? Scotch, bourbon?
Bourbon will be fine.
And for the bride?
Who? Oh, better give her a little bourbon, too. It might relax her a little, you know what I mean?
Got the message.
And then on Wednesday, we're going to the steeplechase. Isn't that right, George?
Yeah, right.
Steeplechase. I'd like to catch that. What do you say we stay an extra day, honey?
Whatever you want, darling.
Oh, well, then maybe tomorrow we could all go sightseeing together.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Huh?
Whatever you say, sweetheart.
Come on, Liz, take your drink. We'll go into the bedroom. You fellas will excuse us. We have a little girl talking to do.
Chin. Insurance, you said, eh?
That's right.
What company do you work for?
Northeast United. You couldn't use a little extra coverage, could you? Might help me get a place like this.
You never can tell. Got a card?
Sure. What's your line?
Real estate.
How's business?
It's a living.
Sure wish I were going to the States, Liz. Where are you going to live? What? Oh, Passaic, New Jersey. Dan's office is there.
Oh. Well, I've never been there myself, but I've heard of it.
Is it nice?
Oh, you'll have a ball. Boy, what I wouldn't give for a Big Mac right now. Nervous, Liz?
Well, I haven't got anything like that to wear. Does it, I mean, are things better?
Believe me, honey, most men don't even appreciate it.
No?
I certainly have to hand it to you, Danny boy. You really found yourself a lovely lady. What was that place?
Cork. Listen, I'm not the #1 salesman in Eastern New Jersey for nothing.
I'm curious, what were you doing in Cork?
Family. Yeah, on my mother's side, natural.
Oh, I see. Well, here's hoping she buys your pitch for a long time.
I'll drink to that.
Nowadays, you never can tell with these young birds, you know?
Yeah, and that's kind of concerned me. What's your secret?
Secret? I don't know. I should say, keep in shape. And by the way, you ought to take off about 25 pounds right there, buddy. No. Treat them graciously whenever they let you. Take them out of the house a lot. And, oh yes, remember, security. Always keep at least $1 million stashed away.
$1 million?
That they know about.
I feel like I'm living in sin. Still, I suppose it's all right as long as I don't take pleasure in it.
Oh, thanks for the compliment. You want the bed or that?
A gentleman wouldn't even have to ask the question, Mr. Horowitz.
Who said anything about me being...
Excuse me, Lieutenant, but is that one of the latest police techniques I've been reading about?
It's as good as any of them.
You know, you were right. Steve McQueen, you're not.
One of these days, you're going to make some guy real happy, Liz.
Oh? How do you know I haven't already?
You haven't.
I take back what I said. You are a good cop.
Good night.
Good night.
George?
Yeah?
Wouldn't it be nice? I mean, couldn't we get married someday?
We've been through all that, love. Company regulations just won't allow it.
I wonder if she's a virgin.
Who's that?
Liz next door.
I've heard it happens.
Gee.
Come here, pussycat. Don't feel too bad. After all, you're a virgin, too. Sure you are. In Ireland.
What do you know? This garden was first laid out in 1795. Gee, George, that was before Gettysburg, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Oh, look, they have cactuses. Oh, I haven't seen any since we left Las Vegas.
Oh, they're up this way.
Oh. Have you been here before, Liz?
Oh, Mommy and Daddy took me here once.
Oh.
Got anything for the meat tomorrow, George? Hmm? Any tips? I could use a little extra bread this trip.
No, sorry, Danny boy.
George Olin.
Jack Barlow, you old son of a gun. Excuse me. So good to see you. It must be 5 years at least. Rome, wasn't it?
That's right.
Oh, excuse me. This is Candy.
Hi.
Mr. and Mrs. Horowitz on New Jersey.
How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
So, what are you doing here? Oh, yes, I remember. Jack was always a flower freak. I'm sorry, I don't mean to bore you with our reminiscing.
Oh, well, we're going to go look at the cactuses.
Why don't you do that? I'll be with you in a minute. So, Jack, old buddy, tell me, what's new?
Oh, nothing strange.
Your family okay?
Family
Everybody,
are
the
fine.
kids?
Everybody's
That's
fine.
Huh? Let's see it.
Liz, we really haven't had a chance to talk. How was it last night?
Oh. Well, it's a bit difficult to describe.
I'm sure.
Have you ever been dragged through a hedge backwards?
Yes, very good.
Man's a genius, no doubt about it.
Yep. Will it be finished tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay. You'll pick up your share tomorrow at the racetrack, after I approve the finished plate. It'll be in Candy's shoulder bag. You've got the duplicate.
Yeah, but what's all this about afterwards?
Because I won't and I can't be caught with any kind of merchandise on me.
Listen, Liz, if you want a bit of advice from someone what knows... you brute.
What's that?
Oh, there you are. Wasn't it fantastic running into old Jack like that?
Fantastic.
Well, Dublin is a very small place, you know.
I've heard that said.
Put me through to Inspector Delaney, please.
Delaney here, Sergeant. Over.
We're about 10 miles south of the city, sir. More and more into side roads.
He's not on to you, is he?
No, sir. Not this time. I've laid well back.
All right, good lad. Remember, mark the place well when you find it. Call it in, then get back to town. We can't make our move till Horowitz gives us the go-ahead. Over.
Right, sir. Signing off.
Mick McQuaid, please.
Inspector Delaney.
Good to hear your voice, Lieutenant.
Same here. Look, I gotta make it fast. We're going out to dinner with them in a couple of minutes.
Go ahead.
They plan on flying back tomorrow night, so the steeplechase has got to be the cover.
Steeplechase. I'll be there with my best men.
Not too many, and tell them to lay back or we'll blow it. We gotta grab Olin and Fitzy in the act of making the transfer, the switch, or whatever the hell's gonna happen.
What about Cusack?
Yeah, well, let's hope he split the country by now, because if he shows up...
It's your show, Lieutenant.
Make it Irish, okay?
Wake up! Wake up, you thieves, whoremongers and murderers! Wake up, I tell you! Don't you realize you're in the presence of one of the greatest masters in this corrupt world? Look at that!
Is it finished, old man?
It's nothing less than perfect.
You've left nothing out? Oh, God bless you. Let's get cracking, lads. Dump everything we've brought in. That means right down to your garlic. Very awful tools. Get all this stuff put away quickly. Come on.
All right, we'll have a last rundown, if you don't mind. We drop off Cassano for the bus to the Rosslare Ferry, and we move on to the track. You and I meet at our rendezvous not later than the start of the third race. You've got the layout. All right, George will pass on the plate to you after he's checked it. Then you're on your way to France with it and Cassano.
Where are you going to send me? What about my money?
Don't worry, we're dropping you off at a hotel in Bray. I'll pick you up later with the dough. Any questions? All right, drink your tea and take the cup. Let's give this miserable place back to the Banshees. Oh! What was that? What?
Old man is dead.
What?
Orders.
From who? Why?
We go.
I've got to tell you, carrying all this money is making me feel very sexy. Why is that?
When do you think he'll make his move?
I don't know, but soon.
How can you be so calm?
Attention, please. Would the owner of a dark blue Rover sedan, license number VR201, kindly remove from the paddock area? It is blocking both pedestrian and horse traffic. Thank you. Third race will start in approximately 5 minutes. Attention, please. The owner of the blue Rover license number VR201 has not yet removed his car from the paddock area. The guard requests he do so immediately, or they will impound the vehicle.
Are you having a good time, Liz? It's absolutely marvelous. You know, I feel very lucky today.
Me too. I put 10 pounds on the 4-horse, on the nose.
10 pounds, Dad. It's an awful lot of money to put on one horse.
The honeymoon's over, my friend.
I believe it.
Well, the horses are all down to start now for the third race of the card. The Kilgarlick is favourite. Of course, there's Big Four 2 for Free-Through. One of the long shots down at the start, Golden Sunset. A huge crowd gathered here for what should be a very interesting race.
Damn it, it's 2 o'clock. I almost forgot. I've got to call Rome. Excuse me, will you?
Oh, poor George, you never get to play. It's always work, work, work.
Here, if I'm not back, you go collect the winnings, will you?
Confident, aren't you?
My little name.
I'm off.
Well, let me come with you.
You stay here.
Take care, will you?
Out there in front with Porcello, Uccello.
Sunset.
And Frou-Frou went in there too. Uncle Santo not very far behind with Haybar. And also Golden Sunset just 12 paces to stay. They head down now towards the next jump. It is the Pilgarlick.
How did it come out? Let's see.
It's perfect. You ought to make a fortune.
Excellent. Are you nervous, Fitzy? Don't worry. Candy's got your money.
Why did you have to kill the old man? He was a harmless bugger.
Okay, Fitzy, so you knew him. That makes it tough, I understand. But he was way over the hill. One squeeze, and he spews guts up.
Well, I don't bloody well like it.
Look, Fitzy, I've got my orders, too. Where's Cusack?
Now they're crossing the 5-furlong track and it's the... Silver Parker, no Silver Parker. It's the Pilgarlick who's out there in front. It's the Pilgarlick.
Oh, late. What happened? Wait.
Your friend in the box. He's a cop.
Crazy. He's an insurance salesman.
The cop. I know him from before.
Who are you talking about? What?
Maybe you set it up, huh?
Me? What the hell are you talking about? The first time I saw him was with you. Don't you remember? In the garden.
How I get away? You've done it before. That's why I brought you here.
No, this time different.
Do as I say and get the hell out of the country. Hello, Dan. Is the race over?
No, but you're out of it anyway.
I don't follow you, Danny boy.
I'm Inspector Delaney of the Garda Síochána.
How do you do?
You are George Olam?
Yes, I am George. Don't tell me you're a cop.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, George.
You've hurt my feelings, Danny boy. You really have.
Peak of this race. This is the fifth Garden who's out there in front. They have about 100 yards to go now. The fifth Garden is taking away. And it is the fifth Garden who's the winner. Then comes Lettieri behind Fair Rambler. Then Porcello, Rancho Santos. And way back at the tail of the field is Golden Sunset.
Well, Golden Sunset sure did go down. Surely did. Look at this in the fourth race, Cactus Tree. Oh, I've got to bet on her. You coming?
No, I'd stay here.
Okay, if someone comes looking for me, you tell him I'll be right back, okay?
Nothing, sir. Son of a... Either he stashed it or Fitzy is still somewhere around with it. Have you picked up anybody yet at the ferry, any place?
No, not yet.
Well, we better keep looking and fast. I'll see you around, George.
So long, Danny boy. Can I go?
We're holding you for questioning, Mr. Olam.
Can I call a lawyer? You do have lawyers in Ireland, don't you?
Indeed we do, sir. But we're a slow-moving race. It might be quite some time before we're finished. Just asking the question.
The official results of the third race of this month. Number 1, Bell Garlic. Number 2, Fair Rambler. Number 3, Porcello. The fourth race will start in approximately 5 minutes.
What are you doing?
What happened?
The girl with you, sir. And Cusack.
Cusack?
Which girl?
Which girl, man?
Our girl. The Irish girl.
You were right.
Yes, sir.
Did you get the inspector to cordon off this whole area?
What do you mean? The whole bloody country.
What do you think?
A hideout. Where else would he go?
Let's hope so.
Inspector, I left my coat upstairs. I wonder...
All right, Jack, you better go up and get it, then.
Thanks.
Inspector. Inspector.
Excuse me, miss. I was wondering, is there anyone sitting with you?
Not necessarily.
My name is Michael O'Farrell.
Hello, Michael.
Hi.
I'm Candy. Candy Kane, with a K, like citizen.
Charming.
Thank you.
They're off. And as they head towards the first flight, on the scale.
bastard touches her.
Take it easy, kid. There's no time to lose your cool. You understand?
Yeah, you're right.
You're nuts about her, aren't you?
Yeah, I suppose I am. The inspector gave me this. He thought we might need it. Want to take it?
No, you better hold on to it.
Right. Hope to God I don't have to use it.
You're hurting me. No!
They're upstairs. Let's try and get in somehow. You go around the back, I'll take the front. Right, you? Okay. I hope! Stop where I shoot!
You all right?
Yeah. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Come on.
It's gonna get away.
Don't worry, he isn't going anywhere.
on, Dan, relax. Let us show you Dublin. Show you where the action is, huh?
That's a joke, ain't it?
I suppose it is.
But I got so greedy. I mean, a week ago, there wasn't a sign of a fella for me. And now I've got two that exceed all my expectations.
True, correct. But look at it this way, Liz. You'll have me waiting for you in Fun City and himself living here in your Fair City. Now, that's not a bad arrangement, is it?
No, it isn't.
It's not bad at all.
Okay, then we got a deal.
I like a likely story. Yes, indeed I do. I'll take a likely story any day over one that's true. I like a likely story. That's my favorite kind. The ones in which incredible coincidences happen all the time. Tell me a likely story. Tell me a likely story. That's the kind of life I bet. That's the kind of life I bet. 'Cause in this life of mine, if you know the first few lines, well, you know the rest. I like a likely story. Yes, indeed I do. The kind you give up trying to believe long before it's through. It needs a happy ending with just me and you. Well, that's a likely story, but you know you could make it true.